Yo, stream is back. We are back on the stream. Yo, stream is back. Okay, so Cheaters United. What? What is he cheating on? Bard, everybody's perma banning Bard now. Lol. Lol. Nilak used to be so meta on PB. Did they nerf her that hard or what happened to that champion that nobody plays it on live? For real. Is Kate good or bad in this game mode? I like Zyra. Brand. Ah, but Leona is instantly. Let's go something like this, I think it's better though. Twitch players are a bit concerning, but we can play around them. At least our early is better. Then we have to snipe them. At 6 we have to guess it with. Those are thick procs. Those are thick AP damage procs, no? Those are thick procs, huh? I got my passive, I get her passive. Fine. Go in! Fine. Our rally is supposed to be better. This tier late is a bit scary. Useless. Fine. Maybe anti-CC. They have a... Okay, they have a... Mm, attack speed is fine though. Attack speed can go that wrong on an AD carry tonight. They have bounty on me, huh? Bro, please do something. I don't know how will this go on. Probably Leona will die because she heals with ult, but what does she gonna have? Oh, but she may actually. She may win this because she has legit no damage. And here's the thing, she constantly heals of this. So he may say that she heals on her ult, but they're kinda even actually. In terms of like HP, they're kinda even. So kinda like fight for the plant, I assume. Don't know. Is ooh, she sidestepped that. If she sidestepped that, maybe it would be a whole lot different story, huh? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Two wolves, so I don't think so. We need even more attack speed, right? 280, 80. Okay, we can go this. I choked once on the spacing, man. I literally choked once on the wow, man. Once I choked it. Oh my god. Once I choked on the spacing. Does this also give you a proc? Cancelling your ult does apparently, huh? I mean, been a little bit lucky, but we manage. So this comp, Bitcoin flippy wins. They're not there. Need to not be sandwiched. Hmm. I'm not risking anything. Still a lot of burn damage, holy. A lot of damage. Erosion's fine. Oh, perfect, that's what I want you. That's perfect for me, now what is right? Oh, I didn't check the comments. Oh my god. Oh my god. Comment section destroying. Would be nice if you went in, Leona. But on the Warwick. Lol. I think it's fine though. Somehow we got out. But why do you all in the Kinder? The Warwick ult is the issue. If you ult me, I'm ulted, and that's not good because he has these. Well, what? Oh, 356, okay. Thought it deals like millions of damage. I mean, how's he gonna win this? I don't know. Copium? Nah, there's no way, right? There's no way. Nah, there's no way. Try to sit in the front. Not good. If I leave her alone to die there, I die as well. So I have to commit no matter what. I have to commit sometimes. Bloodthirster would be good. Bloodthirster QSS. QSS into Warwick so I can freely all in. Without getting risk to be hit by Warwick, no? As well, it is a bit dangerous. Very dangerous, so. No, I'm gonna rely on Leona, so I'm gonna go QSS, I think. Try to somehow. Oh, I choked. I literally choked. Did he get him as well? Yeah. Don't die, but they could die. I misplaced. I misplayed there. But what did Maokai get speed out of though? He ran faster than I did. Like, does he have some speed or guilty pressure? These things don't really give him speed. Don't exactly know what, but something allowed him to get me there. It does my Leon have anti-heal, then he will win, no? We'll see, she has anti-heal, 6. Looks like she's winning this, but her mana is not moving at all, by the way, have you noticed that? Oh, it's not good. Unlucky. Unlucky. Cooldown. I have to reset my. Same. For example, look. Maybe I could then buy potions, but I'm confident that we're gonna win this. I'm confident. I'm stupid. But why is it invisible, man? Oh my fucking god. That was hard. Like, I kind of wanna rely on Leona that she cancels that Warwick ult, right? But I don't know if I can. Like, I really wanna get to Lord Dominic's. I think I can get both though. I can get Lord Dominic's. I just get both. I don't know, because I don't feel like I can be that reliant on him, like tanking it or stunning him, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever, you know. I would go normally rapid fire, I think, but wanna be as unreliant as possible when you're playing with random people in arena that you don't know. But they may just not play in the same pace with you, you know. Don't see anything still. Please, Fiona, please, thanks. Of course, though. But it was not easy. 3 rounds? Twitch Maokai. I think it's fine though. Mauk Twitch. And we're not team Twitch, I suppose. We don't reveal that we buy an team yet though. Because the build is kinda mixed a little bit with APAD, right? Get wow. I'm gonna buy an team in the last second, but does it really matter? I don't think so. They think that hard. Yeah, I don't think so. They think that hard, honestly. Before somehow I forget it. Anathema Twitch Mauka is just a tank, yeah. Good. Peel me lol. Oh, but like people that go for wins are trolling on Twitch. I was even analyzing the build because maybe I'm the one that's delusional, but Winston just does not go hard on the champion. I was even giving my thought to it back in the day, just to think like I'd be wrong. I wasn't. Fireband, Combo Master. Fireband is fine, right? Like these are very extended fights per usual, no? But yeah, I mean, this is nice to have, no? Fireband, I think. HP or damage, probably damage. Try to stay in front of you. They have so many Kindred Arts that this burn will feel to be good because they die. Ooh, he has the cannon. I should not forget about that. Okay, it's a knock up, so I can't even QSS it. What to know? Oh, what the? I cannot do more than that, Chapanya. I was turbo. But that cannon is fast. Like when I played with that cannon, it wasn't this fast. But I actually don't know why is it so fast. It's almost like a Malphite ult actually. Like I couldn't react to it. When I played with the cannon, it didn't feel to be this fast. That's all I'm gonna say. But it felt to be kind of hard to react to, honestly. And it makes sense that it is, right? Oh, 82 still on second. Oh, it's 28. Wow. I, I read it reverse actually. I read it like 82, not 28. I was like, what? I did like 82 on second place.
Hours or even days. But in some rare cases, interrogations can last just seconds. From accidentally confessing to escapes, these are 5 of the fastest police interrogations in history. Starting with Raymond Gates demonstrating exactly how to head straight to prison in seconds. Raymond was brought in after police obtained footage of him assaulting a 17-year-old girl. Police had to prove that the girl
Oh,
never
I
gave
see them
consent,
by.
which was difficult given
I
that
didn't buy,
only
man.
some
I
of
didn't
the
buy bar.
attack was caught on camera, but became a lot easier when Raymond almost instantly made a huge slip-up in the interrogation that put him dead to rights.
This girl came back to my house. She's telling me she wants to lose her virginity, man. She's ready to do it and everything. And then right a couple seconds before, and she's like, I don't know and stuff like that. She's telling me yes, everything's cool. She's cool with making out.
But when she screamed, "Stop! Please don't do this. It hurts so much."
I was already inside of her at that point. I mean, like the oh no stop. I'm already like inside of her there, man. That's already like that's when she's like, oh it hurts, which it hurts when a girl gets her virginity taken.
And without even trying, the cops had everything they needed to convict him. So he was quickly found guilty and sentenced to 9 years in prison. But while Raymond's interview ended in under 10 minutes, Quantrell Schwarzlow did it even faster.
Damn.
His interrogation
9 minutes.
in just seconds.
And they are running it.
But not in the way you'd think.
They are running this.
Quantrell was brought in for strangling a girl and assaulting her, a crime he clearly didn't want to be convicted of.
But why is the investigation room that you can legit jump through the window? Like why is the investigation room made that way? Should not be legal, huh?
Unfortunately for Quantrell, his handcuffs were a dead giveaway, and he was captured 4 hours later. While it's unknown exactly what happens to Quantrell after, this clip will forever put him in the Interrogation Hall of Fame. However, Ricky Hawthorne took a much more straightforward approach to ending his interrogation, managing to confess in record time. Ricky was found covered in blood near the bodies of Lara Kuchar and Tommy Skeens. Lara had clearly been assaulted. Ricky's DNA was also found at the scene, so police had no worries when bringing him in. Surprisingly though, Ricky would make it even easier for them.
Hey, yes sir.
Yeah, I did. I did.
let's do this.
I did it, but I think somebody came behind me and finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it.
So much for staying silent. However, Ricky is alleging that he wasn't actually the murderer. He just attacked the couple and assaulted Laura. It was someone else that finished the job. Even though the evidence was stacked against him, he still would have had a better chance of getting away with it if he just stayed silent.
There's 3 more people. I don't know.
And you know what?
They was living when I left, but I think somebody came in behind me and finished them off.
But why am I so dog slowed non-stop? I cannot move.
I left.
Despite his claims, it was determined that
I
the
cannot
couple
move.
died of the injuries inflicted by Ricky, and he was later found guilty of first and second-degree murder, as well as battery in the assault on Laura. But Jared Murray
I
takes the
could
cake
not
for the most
move. I could
insane
not move there,
interrogation
man.
in history. Jared had shot his friend in the head during a car ride to Walmart for no other reason than to know what it felt like to kill someone. Jared attempted to flee by hitchhiking to Canada, but was picked up by an officer after perfectly matching the perp's description. The officer took him into custody where a quick but truly chilling interview took place.
Okay, and what do you remember telling me?
In summation that I'm guilty, yes.
Of what?
Of murder.
Okay, and who did you murder?
Gennaro.
Okay, and how did you murder him?
With a gun. I shot him in the head twice.
Okay.
3 shots were fired, 1 missed.
Jared isn't hanging around here, and apparently had already confessed before he even made
Imagine
it
if
to the
every
station.
criminal
What's
was this
interesting about
honest
this
lol.
interrogation isn't the speed at which he confessed, it's exactly why, as well as his general demeanor throughout the interview.
Okay. Jared, give me your full name.
Jared Lindruth Wayne Murray.
Okay, and
Chicago
what's your
Black
date of
man.
birth?
July the 20th, 1994.
And how'd you guys hook up?
I went down to his dorm room and asked if I could be given a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20 gas money.
Okay. And did he agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's a couple miles from the school?
1.7 miles, sir.
1.7 miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so he took you to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
W can crit.
No, he did not go in, sir.
Okay, and why not?
We pulled into the parking lot, then I pulled the weapon on him and demanded that he take me to Asher, Oklahoma, sir.
Okay, and why did all of a sudden did you decide that?
Man, that honesty, man. Imagine if every criminal was this honest. Free my man Bobby Schmurner. Don't even know him. Lol. If that would hit me, I would be pissed. That's all I'm gonna say. That would be... I would be the victim of that hook. No apparent reason. I would be mad. Can you poke some? That's it. Fine. Think I win this duel now? Bro, what the fuck does deal bro have? With hand? With hand, but that does not apply on your E. Weird. What? What? Why the frick would you do that? Oh, we face again the slow team, man. Oh god. I mean, Gold Drinker would be nice, but I think we're gonna settle for Eclipse and that's it. Focus part. Oh, it wasn't empowered. It wasn't empowered. It was not empowered. It was like one basic off, one tick of my ult. I think it was fine though. For a non-empowered one, it was fine. You know? Oh. Okay. So do I go for the tank one? I mean, having some tank stats is nice, but cannon does not too. I like more grudge, but guess we grudge it lol. Xerax maybe. It's nice to have, no? Why is it so low though? What? 280, bro, what? Why is it so small? What if I would? Bro, that's so small. Wow. Don't be caught, lol. Oh. Oh, I cannot. Oh my god. Got caught kinda battle there. Vengeance, Firebrand. I mean, usually I'm the one that dies first because he's on you, so. Shrink Ray. Yes, it's fine. Think we don't fight now, huh? No, but if we get the Saya team, it will be fine. I mean, we can even be number 1 really easily. Yeah, really easy.
You need to go to Asher.
Because I was planning to take him out into the country and kill him.
Jared lacks any form of empathy, remorse, or knowledge that what he's done is a bad thing. He merely expresses his actions as though they were fact, and in a later psychological assessment, it was determined this was because he had become delusional and believed that he was required to kill someone. If it's not clear by now, Jared was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and delusions from this are likely what pushed him to kill Gennaro. But Jared is happy to provide us with even more detail surrounding his motive.
So you've been planning this for 2 days.
2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
But not with a selected individual, no.
Okay. And when did you get to the point where you knew it was going to be him?
That was 3 days prior to the incident.
And why him? Of all the kids in college here, why him?
I believed that he would have had the least impact, sir.
Impact on what?
I believed he didn't have many friends, or many close friends, I should rephrase. And as his... as he is...
The other guy does not do insane damage, right? Last time seal, but I got my point. I did press that though. He one shot the what? What does the guy have crit then? Oh, he does. Okay. Okay. I mean, Ma is just better than this. Ma, there we go. Vlad or the other guy. I mean, at this point, I actually. Oh, he had 1k. Don't know who. Actually, I don't know who does more damage. Hmm. I thought he gonna. Nah, bro. Cannot reach him, man.
is going missing, his absence would be less notable.
Jared was, of course, charged with first-degree murder, but was eventually found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Not guilty for first-degree murder by reason of insanity.
Instead of receiving prison time, he would instead spend an indefinite amount of time in custody at a mental health facility where he would receive the treatment he should have had so much earlier. All 3 of these cases have been about criminals who confessed quickly, but there are many cases where the interrogation is almost instant, but for a very different reason. This 18-year-old suspect was brought in after allegedly hitting a cop with his car and was subsequently read his Miranda rights.
Yeah, it is a criminal investigation. Obviously, you're not free to go because you have warrants for your arrest. I'm going to read your Miranda because it's very important you understand your rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? Yes, sir. Have these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Say what have these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want to talk to me? I just call my mom. Okay, you can call your mom at the jail. Alright.
At just 18 years old, this guy showed exactly how to act in a police interrogation, perfectly exercising his rights and truly outsmarting detectives. Assuming he wanted to land himself in prison for the rest of his life.
What? I know if for a car accident you get that, but car traps that were unbeatable.
Hey, what's up guys? So in the Saw movies, John Kramer, the main antagonist, says on multiple occasions that he has never killed anyone and that his gruesome death traps leave it up to the players to decide if they want to live.
I've never murdered anyone in my life. The decisions are up to them.
But sometimes that philosophy didn't really hold up. In this video, we'll look at some of the most unbeatable Saw traps. By the way, I'm not going to be counting any of the traps that were completely rigged, where there was no chance to escape, or any of the traps that happened in a dream sequence like Jill's death. We're only going to be counting the ones that technically were escapable, but were basically impossible if you were to follow the rules. One of the most unbeatable traps, which also left quite an impression on most people, is the needle pit from Saw 2.
It will be like finding a needle in a haystack.
In the trap, 5 people are locked in a room trying to get an antidote to the poisonous gas they're breathing. However, the shot they need is behind a locked door, and the key is at the bottom of a pool filled with needles. Now in my video of how to beat this trap, I mentioned that you can take a lot of the blankets in the room and wrap yourself in it in order to avoid getting pricked by the needles. However, the context of the trap might not really allow for that. What happens is that none of the 5 players want to go into the trap, obviously. But then Xavier, the buff guy, throws Amanda inside and forces her to look for the key and won't let her out before. So if you're thrown in here by this dude, he's probably not going to react too kindly if you start wasting time by asking for protective blankets. And even though a blanket or something like that might protect you, rolling around in sharp metal and broken glass will still probably result in a few small cuts. And with that, you'll get the 5,000 diseases on those needles. But you know what? At least in the needle pit, you know what you're supposed to do. Because the original Saw had one trap that to a lot of people didn't even make any sense. And that is the flammable jelly trap.
Hello, Mark. If you're so sick, then why do I have so many photos of you up and about?
Now I've watched this movie quite a few times with different people, and nobody ever understands what the hell Mark is even supposed to do. He wakes up alone in this room covered in flammable jelly. We see that there are also a bunch of numbers on the wall. Now Mark has to try out every number combination on a safe to open it and escape. But there are countless permutations of how these numbers can be interpreted. Like, is this a 5 or a 65 or 57? Or is it a completely worthless number that's just written there to throw you off? Well, the only way to find out is to walk barefoot across the floor, which is covered in glass. You might forget what the combination was. Maybe you're on this side of the room and you try to remember a new set of 6 numbers in the right order while you're holding a candle, which can't touch
6
your
numbers
skin
are
or
not
else
that
you'll
easy
burn
to
it down.
remember, right?
This one is basically impossible. But there are some traps in the franchise that, while technically providing a very straightforward path to escaping, what you have to do in order to escape is completely insane.
Like, that's very
One of those
luck-based, no?
traps is the 10 pints of sacrifice room in Saw 5. In this entry, 5 people wake up trapped in a mysterious dungeon where they have to get through 5 rooms with different death traps. However, the traps become increasingly more violent and extreme. The last one of these rooms is the 10 pints of sacrifice room. In it, Jigsaw explains how the last 2 people that are still alive must each drain 5 pints of blood out of their bodies by putting their hands on the saw blades in this box. In this scene, one of the characters realizes that if all 5 people would have survived, each person would only have to drain 2 pints out of their bodies. That still sounds awful. Just the act of putting your hand on a saw blade and then continuing to push it further is just crazy. I'm not doing that. Luckily, I had some ways to beat the trap, but the way it was set up shows that there were some unrealistic expectations from Jigsaw.
How much blood will you give in order to survive?
The scene had also one of the most intense conclusions, as when they're finished, the guy holds up his hand to reveal that his entire forearm has been sawed in half and it's slowly falling apart. There's also one detail in the first movie that's almost like an ongoing mystery because it's quite weird and it has to do with Adam's key. In the first trap that we ever see in the franchise, Adam and Lawrence wake up in a decrepit bathroom chained by their ankles. You guys have heard this 1,000 times by now. Throughout the movie, they go through the traps, solving the different puzzles, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But towards the end, it's revealed that there was a key to Adam's chain in the bathtub that he woke up in. However, when he got up, he pulled out the stopper and it went down the drain. There's a whole debate over why John would leave him the key, as it could really change the entire dynamic of the movie. And in this trap, Lawrence is given a choice. He either has to kill Adam in 6 hours, or something like that, or he will never see his family again and die here. But Adam isn't really given the same option. All he has to do is survive. So there's nothing he can really do to determine his own future. The choice is very much not his, but it's decided by Lawrence. So most of what he can do is just sit here and hope for the best.
So you're going to watch yourself die today, Adam, or do something about it.
And he did.
But I think Saw is most well known for these small and contained traps. They're probably the scariest. One of these is the extremely bulky Venus flytrap. In Saw 2, which was quite a shocking sequel to the relatively tame first one, Michael wakes up in a dark room with a mask around his head. As he panics, the TV turns on and it's explained that the mask will snap shut and kill him in 60 seconds, unless he can get the key to unlock it, and it's located behind his eye. On top of that, the only tool to retrieve it is a scalpel. So again, there is a way out, but what you have to do is quite extreme. I had some methods for how to beat it, but this was one of those traps where there really was no safe way to escape, even if you follow all the rules as John Kramer would like you to.
To give up the one thing you rely on in order to go on living. The device around your neck.
But it's so hard to like mentally
Next
do
is
it.
the knife chair from Saw 4. Even though the fourth entry was a little bit slow and not quite as interesting as the other ones, in my opinion, this trap definitely stood out. It happened in a flashback. Actually, I think it happens in a flashback within a flashback where we follow a guy called Cecil. It's revealed that he had a very negative impact on John's and a lot of other people's lives. So in turn, John put him into this trap. This one really demonstrates how these smaller traps tend to be the ones that are much more difficult to beat. Cecil is restrained that almost every move he makes can kill him. He's sitting in a chair with blades under his arms, which are tied to the armrests. Then a box full of knives is put in front of his face, and the only way to get out is to push his head through the knives and hit a lever at the end, which releases him. The most surprising part, and the reason this isn't higher on the list, is that he actually does make it out alive. But then he runs into a tub full of razor wire and dies. Okay, so now we're down to the really insane traps. One of these is the second to last trap from Saw 3D. This one is also part of a larger test. In Saw 3D, Bobby Dagan, a person falsely claiming to have survived a Saw trap, has to go through a real game. After the first few tests, Bobby lands in a room where he must open a door which requires a code. It's 4 digits, and on the wall in the room is a chart of the human mouth. It's then explained to him that the numbers are on his teeth, and the only way to get the code is to rip them out. Oh, and it's not any of the smaller teeth in front. No, it's his wisdom teeth way in the back.
Watch and learn, Bobby.
But it's so hard to rip out, no?
The only tool he's given is a set of pliers, and if he doesn't rip them out, his wife will die. This was one of the few traps in the franchise where I had nothing on how to beat it. My only solution was to remove only one tooth and then cycle through the last 100 combinations manually by quickly entering them. But even if it's just one tooth, that's still extremely painful. And the sound design was really visceral in this one. You hear all the crackling and crunching. It was pretty bad. I think I might have watched this one after my wisdom teeth removal, which was not done like this, and I thought, well, I got off pretty easy. It could have been worse. Anyway, another trap that was surprisingly well designed was the bedroom trap in Saw 4. This was one of the strangest moments in the Saw series because it's one of the very few times where the main character, in this case Rig, puts someone into a trap instead of trying to help them out. He forces Ivan, the fat guy, into this really strange trap in this bed where his head is fixed by a vise and his limbs are on these mechanical arms. What he has to do is, in a very short time, press 2 triggers to activate 2 spikes which will poke out his eyes, making him blind. Or he can do nothing and wait until the time runs out, which will trigger the arms and rip all of his limbs off. Since you're completely chained up in this trap, there is basically nothing you can do. It's one of the weirdest, most elaborate, but also well-designed traps in the series. And Ivan gets the worst possible ending. He pokes out one of his eyes, but before he can remove the other one, the time runs out and his limbs are ripped off. Thankfully, not all the violent traps in Saw show a lot of blood. For example, in Saw 3D, there's a trap called the Silent Circle. What Bobby must do here is pull on a string. Oh, and that string is connected to a hook which is inside a woman's stomach. So he has to rip out this hook, which is going to tear up this woman's entire throat. There wasn't that much to see here, but what it did show was enough to make everyone want to look away. But the most unbeatable trap that I have seen was the classroom trap from Saw 3. It's the first thing we see in the movie. In the trap, a man is chained up in a school classroom. On the table in front of him is a bomb that will explode in a short amount of time. What he has to do to escape is rip out all of the rings attached to him. Some of them are simpler and are like connected to his arm skin, but the last one is connected to his mouth. Now there is no way for him to remove this chain unless he were to rip out his entire jaw. But this would most likely result in his death anyway. And I had pretty much nothing on how to escape this one, because there is absolutely no way out. And this was still one of the traps that I believe was set up by John Kramer, whereas a lot of the other ones are done by Hoffman and Amanda. Now these were of course not all of the ones that were nearly impossible to beat, but were some of my favorites. As always,
I mean, don't you just slowly die? Mythic items removed. What? 6v6? What? Hey, what is this?
There apparently will be some big preseason changes coming for items in this year's preseason update again, so let's go over that and the rest of the news we got from this last dev update. They are still working on quick play to replace normal queue, letting you pick your champion and roll before you queue and skip champ select straight into the game. The Blue Essence Emporium will return in patch 13.17.
No, that's interesting.
Bring it back twice a year going forward instead of only once. They will be introducing mass disenchant to quickly disenchant unneeded champion shards all at once instead of one by one. We already saw them for Orianna, but they will be updating the ability icons for Graves, Janna, Jarvan, Nami, Orianna and Varus in August. As for the items, since this dev update was rather small and casual, Rivi said that they are going big with this preseason and item changes. With real ducks and frogs in the river too. Someone made a joke that Summoner's Rift is going 40% larger like Dota 2 just did, or that they will introduce a 4th lane or make it 6 versus 6. And we got an interesting comment from Medler. Apparently, League originally was 6 versus 6 internally in 2008, and that's why the old Nexus had 6 statues on it instead of 5. But teamfight clarity and lethality were both problematic with 12 people on the map, so they changed it to 5 versus 5 instead. They said that they have some meaningful updates, not just to change things for the sake of changing things and short novelty, like the jungle rework every preseason. They again got asked by someone if they plan on removing the mythic item system, which even Riot said last time that they are considering as an option if they can't balance them properly and make them work well. They will share updated thoughts on mythics in terms of what they've learned and future plans about them, so we'll see what happens. A lot of people really don't like mythics, so they will get removed completely or downgrade them into legendaries and get rid of the system as a whole. We'll learn more in about 4 to 6 weeks when they release the next dev update, and by then Briar will already be revealed and the Ionian Ink Mage is still planned to release this year after Briar 2. That's about all.
Ink Mage. That doesn't sound badass, guys. Ink Mage. Oh, I need to lay down in my bed. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Think about it. It's better than being addicted to League.
Honestly, probably. I mean, I'm still dog shit at it, but but like I'm not getting so tilted if I come like seventh or ninth.
Yeah.
Completely accurate
Mm.
it is to 5th edition. So I feel like they already know what it's all about. They already know
Yesterday, I think
they
every
already
single
know
game I
things
played,
about action. But
except
maybe they
one,
have a friend who's playing D&D, or maybe
I
they
came
played D&D once
fifth.
in like workshop. There's
I
so
don't know how
many
that
players,
happened.
people can think.
Hmm. It is hyper
Didn't
roll.
Yeah, I mean, I've been spamming Piper Roll.
What do you wanted to ask?
There was something. I swear there was something. Just what it was, I cannot remember now.
Think that have tried D&D, have seen D&D, have
I've got
watched
dementia or
somebody
something.
play
Holy shit.
D&D. Maybe you're not playing D&D yourself,
Alzheimer's.
but maybe you're watching Critical Role, and then you already know all the classes, all the spells.
What will
You
you
probably
build
know
this
some
game?
cool
Like, do
combos
you have a clue yet?
as well.
I'm gonna try
Maybe
Shadow
fusion.
Isles.
That's why our character
Right.
creation is so
I'll
robust.
try
That's why
not
we
to
try
take your
to put
silence
as
away
many
from you, man.
choices
I'll
and
probably try
subclasses and
Demacia
races
or
from the
Ionia.
books as we
Huh.
could
Depends what's rolling.
physically fit in the
I saw a
timetable.
video yesterday on like
Because
a Kled
the
4-star,
moment
but
you
it was a
create your
normal Clifty, it wasn't hyper roll. And it was disgusting. The guy had like a
How am I
4-star
in
Kled.
diamonds?
It's because it's showing us our solo queue ranks.
Oh. What do we vote for?
I know, I don't like the 2 tacticians crowns. I really don't.
Your own character that is probably unique, like with relative.
Was there anything that was like a unique challenge?
Because in hyper
So
roll
many.
you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
leveling, so there's no
Yes,
point
yes.
to it.
We thought at first
Bro,
that this was
what?
going to be a much more
Just because of me.
development
What a
session for
democracy.
system design, honestly. So the thinking went,
What the fuck did
here's
you
a
do?
book.
I got a kill
All of the
first.
design is pre-made for
They
us.
better give me
Yay.
like a
So
Garen
we probably
second.
don't have a
Or
lot
I
to
would
do.
be
Maybe we're
very
going to be
upset.
consulting programmers.
That's a
Kind of
Garen,
like
that's a Garen, that's a
specifying
Garen,
which
that's a Garen.
page the ruling is
Fuck.
on. But that
I
did
did
not
not
turn
get
out
a
to be
Garen, in
remotely
fact.
true.
I
Turns
got
out that
a worry.
the books are
Got some items. Shadow Isles.
Okay. I got the poppy.
Popandus. I got the poppy too. Uh-huh. I got too many things. Blue buff. Spear of Ocean. Is silver ticket good?
Silver ticket, I'm not quite sure.
Your juggernauts have 10% more thing. Whenever your Ravenous Hunter gain a Warwick. When you strong at this Warwick takes or deals damage, he gains attack speed and 5 ability power, stacking up to 40. His passive healing is replaced with magic damage on his attacks. Isn't that bad though? After you refresh your shop 15 times, your refresh cost is 1 for the rest of the game. How much does it cost in general?
What? Sorry, I'm being demented.
The like the reroll, it's 2. The refresh.
Yeah. I mean, here you don't have to save any interest because there's no interest thingy in this mode, so you can just roll to 0 on pretty much every single.
There's no interest at all, what?
No interest in hyper roll.
Passive income. Wait, so it doesn't matter or what?
Yeah, like you can roll down to 0 if you wanted to. Like if you're 1-starring a lot of 3-starring a lot of 1-cost units, I'd recommend doing it early, because the higher level you are, the rarer they get in the shop.
Plus people love to steal it. Diego. Okay.
Let's go put this guy out. So the work.
Is it worth to like build items on Viego, or he's not that strong?
I mean, 3-star Viego can be quite strong. I've won with 3-star Viego in the past.
Like Spear probably wouldn't be that bad, but I guess
I'd recommend saving your items right now for Kalista. If you can get quite a few copies of her, that can be quite good.
I'm gonna sell anyways this Poppy, so I think I'm just gonna place the items on her. Probably shouldn't do it earlier though.
Who am I fighting? Is that? Oh, right. How is this Maokai healing so much? What? I got 2-star kill.
So what do people go with Shadow Isles?
I usually just go plain Shadow Isles, if I'm being honest. Shadow Isles and Slayers or some shit.
But who the hell is keep taking those away from me? Oh.
There is Onizuka is, I think, also building Shadow Isles. Or he had a Kalista or some shit.
Manga has a Maokai on the board. They be stealing my stuff, huh? But it still makes sense to spare, cause it lets you to buy better units later on if you think about it. Why
This
is
guy
the
also
Taric so broken? Is this winnable? Oh, really, right?
How's this kill faster than mine?
Rod. Kalista, Gwen. Okay. Gwen, Kalista, Maokai, Senna, Viego. Or maybe I should place those items on Viego. He doesn't look like a bad win condition. Maybe I should place it on him, but maybe.
I'm getting a lot of poppies and absolutely no kills, and it's kind of frustrating.
Apparently Viego is the win condition.
Written for people, and people like to interpret things. The books are written
Yeah,
in human
Viego's,
language.
I think Viego and
When you
Kalista,
start
like
to
3-stars, are pretty
try to
strong.
explain this to a machine, you need to do a lot of choices. A lot of choices about little things here and there. A lot of choices about what's feasible and what's not feasible to even represent in a computer game. It turns out that those 600 spells and actions that we were planning are gonna take a lot of work, each and every
I
single
love the
one.
Nazi
And
one.
this is a really cool thing about D&D. Every spell, every action has some twist to it. This is what I really love. You think like, oh, shock and grasp, that's gonna be something very simple. It's gonna be like a melee range. I'm gonna grab somebody and deal some lightning damage. But hey, it also blocks reactions. And now we need to figure out, how do we block reactions? How do we make sure that AI knows that their reactions are blocked and kind of thinks, hey, I can
I swear,
block
every
players'
single game,
reactions with my
I have a
fucking blast.
giant's belt
How
and
do
a
we tell this
cloak.
to
Oh,
UI? How do
okay.
we give feedback to a player? Like, because they will be confused.
Oh,
why
hell
the reaction
yeah.
not triggered? What happened? All of these things suddenly cascade out of like a very simple twist in one of the
Oh, that's really
earlier
fucking good
spells,
to
and it
read.
gets worse and better from there as we go into higher and higher levels. So there was a lot of really interesting work, a lot of help from the community, pointing out what they expect from spells and features, pointing out how they usually play at the table. It was really great to just jump in a lot of D&D fan forums and look into like,
But
hey,
that's
how
unfortunate.
do people use sneak attack?
I don't
What
think I
kind
have
of
a building
advantages
thing.
do they look for to use it with? And that was especially also useful when we started working on equipment and loot, because we were looking for like, hey, what is there that we can offer to a class that isn't already covered by what the class has? What is interesting to a monk? Like, what kind
Who am
of
I fighting? Is this you?
Oh yeah.
what kind of helmet is interesting for a monk
Of
to
course it's
find?
fucking you.
Things like that.
There are a lot of aspects
I
of game covered
wrecked
in
you.
the game that you don't necessarily realize
You.
when you're playing tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. You have the opportunity to like give Eldritch
I need to
Blast
sell my
a
marker
really
soon.
cool sound effect and a
But I'm
really
waiting
cool
for
visual
like a...
look. Same thing with
Oh,
iconic
actually, I can
spells
do
like
it now.
Fireball, Lightning Bolt, all kinds of
But
different
is it
things.
worth... No, I
Do you
shouldn't
have a
do it
series
now.
of
What am I
spells
doing?
that you just really enjoyed creating?
It's impressive to see my colleagues from animation and effects,
I'm getting absolutely no kills, by
and
the way.
code department and scripting
I'm not
department to
getting
work on
anything
these
either.
spells. Some of
I've
my
got a
favorites
Kalista in my
are
shop, but I can't
there's
send
the
it to you. We're in the
irresistible
wrong
dance
game mode
spell
for
that
that.
actually makes NPCs
I
dance.
just don't
It was
get
really
them,
cool
man.
to see like a bunch of people in
I
the
don't
stage
get
starting to
anything.
dance, which sounds easy when you describe it, but then you realize just how much work it is to teach everything to dance.
Okay.
How much
Well,
work it
that's
is to
kind of
make
good
sure that
for me.
every creature
I
that is
mean, I
susceptible
can...
to sleep spell is gonna drop down in a nice animation with like really fun effects. How much
Does
thinking
Rounds
went
work on
into something like
Kalista or?
silence spell. So silence spell needs to muffle sounds. It's like real challenge actually for a lot of teams to make sure that this happens. D&D plays a lot with everything, really. Sound, visuals. It has very juicy spells. Good berry creates a nice juicy berry that you eat afterwards, right? Like,
Yeah, better
there's
not
so
have a
many
cut
summon
up.
spells that we had to work with, and then we had to go like, hey, we need something cool for the summon to do as well. And what about the summon following you? The summon would probably need to climb ladders and be able to open doors and do all of the things that the kind of immersive side of our game allows you to do. So yeah, indeed, every single
Oh, I'm getting
spell
hard
presented some
club. I need
challenge,
another
and then when
kale or
it
some
comes together
shit.
and you see like, oh hey,
Please, not
I
riot.
can
The
break
Rounds
a lot
does
of
not spread,
situations
man.
with
It's
just
not
one
like League,
spell.
man.
But then
So
the guards are
toxic.
gonna rush me because they hear knock
The
in the distance.
like
They
the Rounds
take
doesn't
it as a
spread in
sign
this
that
game mode.
somebody's casting
I thought it
really
does.
loud outside. When
Like
this comes
what?
together in an immersive situation, it's really cool.
What was the favorite thing about the design process when it came to Baldur's Gate 3? What has you most excited for the launch?
I'm very excited to turn on as many streams and YouTube videos as I can as soon as the embargo lifts.
I need a Senna
And I want to see
and a
what
pool
people are
with
gonna
Shadow
come up
Isles.
with. The fun part about making a game
I
like
might
this,
actually have an
very
issue here.
systems-driven,
I'm getting a lot of
very big
Kalistas, but
RPG,
like,
is that
I'm not
we
building
probably don't
Kalista.
know half
It
of
wouldn't
what's
be too bad
possible.
actually for me, because
Literally
I do have a
today,
Mal
I saw
card.
somebody defeat like 40 rats with one spell in one turn in the most spectacular firework display I've seen in a while.
I'm getting a
So
bit hard
that's what I'm
clapped
really
though.
looking forward to.
I'm not
What the
dealing
devs are gonna
damage, I
come up
think.
with.
Oh, now I
How are
do.
they gonna combine
Holy shit, what is
baromancy
this
with
Kalista? What?
spells, with magic items, with features, with all
Me-
the
I don't
crazy
want a
things that you can get
magnetic
in
remover, I need a
situations.
champion duplicator.
Don't want to spoil much, but you're gonna go through some transformations as a player. Let's put it this way, if you want that. I'm really excited to see what players are gonna come up with and how they're gonna break Baldur's Gate.
What is your advice for
Uh,
D&D players who are looking to play Baldur's Gate 3, and what's your advice for Baldur's Gate
I've got
3 players
sister
who are
properly.
looking to play D&D after they finish this game?
For a D&D player, I really advise to take their favorite character and to try to capture their essence in Baldur's Gate 3. It's a specific campaign and it has some homebrew rules, but you will find a lot of the things are very familiar, friendly way that
Combat, your units gain a shield based on the stage for 6 seconds after cast. When an enemy dies, allied are healed, unified resistant if you have 3 or more units in the same row at the start of the combat again. Yeah. Insane.
Oh my god, you're fucking stupid, what?
Oh what? I messed it up the order. I guess this is fine anyway, someone. Damn. Damn, my Kalista goes hard, huh? All I need is the Senna and we have the Senna and when we have the Senna, you know, we have the Senna.
Mm.
Jeweled Gauntlet. Huh. I mean, all we need is a Senna, maybe a Gwen. I got Belvet, man. What do I do with Belvet? You know what? I think we replace Urgot with Belvet. There we go. Whatever. Empress. Oh my god. We're gonna get shit on, won't we? Feels like we're gonna get shit on. It feels like... It feels like... Does feel like this time. Does feel like this time the Garen does not... What is this, man? 30% Omnivan. I mean, that won't be too much damage. Oh, only 4, okay. That's okay. I just like I have minus 4 HP. Dragon's Claw. Jeweled Gauntlet.
Oh, I actually need that.
But why do you give me everything else I don't need? Inventory, what do you give me? Another Jeweled Gauntlet. Wow. No. Where's that cinnamon? Oh fuck! I missed out on the Gwen. I got the
What
Gwen.
can I need?
It's fine. Put this on someone. I mean, if we are not out right now, we are not out. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we sell this though.
Oh, I think I loot this now.
Don't. Guys, give me that Senna. Heimer.
I think I'm out. Yeah.
What the hell, Heimer 1v9ing, man. I stomp these noobs. Lol.
Wait, did I not lose? Wait, I thought I was out already. My bad.
Wow, så vad du get Yasuo, man. Ha. Gwen again. Just, I don't know what. This. Bro, the game is allergic, man, to Senna. I need like less Senna at this point. I think this one we're gonna lose.
Oh, I'm getting clapped.
I think I'm getting clapped too, but not sure though. Maybe copeable. Maybe winnable.
No, I'm out.
Oh, it's only 6. What? What am I?
4th place.
Shit.
Did you lose as well?
I'm still in game.
You're still in game, I'll watch you.
Does Noxus Bruiser do anything? Oh, Senna, finally, man.
6 Shadow Iris well played.
Thanks, you too. Darkin, Juggernaut, I guess. Fuck, I mean, Belvet. Ari. Why isn't like Rai just good as a filler? I think Bard is an okay filler. I mean, fuck. Spear of Sojin, Yeet. I guess we're gonna look for rises or what? Ari, let's buy her, maybe find Naris. Oh my god, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I guess it's...
2-star Sana well played.
So switch this off, right?
No fucking way, wait, is she holding what I think she's holding?
What is she
fuck?
holding? A gun?
Two thingies, no? 2 Gainsels.
Yeah. No way I lose this, right? Senna,
Probably not.
do the thing, Senna. Do the stuff.
Holy shit.
Oh, look, Aatrox is doing stuff as well. Oh my god. Bro, but at what point is this unit gonna die, man? Oh my god. Oh my god, Genghis Clan. Sell this, buy this. Woo! Okay. So, I mean, I can buy this Senna, but like, I think it's the last round probably. So, do we win into this guy? Maybe. Hey, Senna is in such a bad position though. Does Sion like ult or something? Like, what does he do?
Yeah, it's pretty much an ult, I guess.
So what does Rise's ult do? It switches every time per map, right? Shadow Isles, after they die, they return to the battlefield with 244% of their maximum health. Isn't it kinda broken though? Bro, nobody returned, Rise. What? You capping? You capping, Rise?
I mean, I saw Sana return, no? I don't know what you're saying.
I guess it returns when they are under his ult's influence, I guess, but...
I couldn't get my 3-star kill, and I feel like that was a mistake. Like, someone else was building kill. I think 2 people were, and I just wasn't getting any fucking kill rolls.
I guess it returns when they are under his ult.
Yeah, yesterday, 4 games in a row, I got 5th place. Like, what?
5th? Hmm.
This is still hyper roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you turn hot dog water into ice cubes for guests that you don't like?
What the fuck? I don't get guests, and I don't eat hot dogs, so I wouldn't even have a chance.
Why is this
And
duck happening in the background? There's always one that's happening like a 40-year-old man that kept smoking his whole life. That's like the sound effect it makes. There's like one,
what does?
the duck, that's how it's quacking, like. Oh, it's like someone that heavily smokes out of the gang.
Yeah. Sun-kissed chunk. What a cute tactician thing. I can't remember what they're called. I need to get mine to 3 stars. I'm pretty sure mine has potential to be pretty. I'm convinced.
Wait, are you in game already? Because for me it doesn't show.
No, I'm talking about like you see the Dark Flight Prancy thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want to get her to 3 stars. I
Look at
got her
yeah.
randomly.
Look at the sun-kissed chunk.
That's what I was talking about like a minute ago. Like how cute is that?
Super squad sprite.
I either have Super Squad or Super Evil. I'm certain. I'm certain they were like free on the pass or something. Hyper roll. This is yeah, you're trying to be special. I swear if it lands on you I'm going to spank you.
Let's all go on the same thing then. Whatever I was capping. Watch. Shuriva.
I swear. I swear.
Okay. The dreaming pool of Ionia.
Tristana. Was she?
So what does
Annoying.
Ionia do? At the start of each stage, gain a champion that fits your team. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god.
I mean you can hover it when we vote. Kale.
Each Ionian has a unique bonus within their ability. Every 4 seconds a number of Ionians are enlightened to their spirit form, gaining 20 more mana and doubling set bonuses for 4 seconds. I guess we're gonna go Ionia then.
Okay, I've got a 2-star Kale. Holy. Okay.
Now that is what I want to see. Let's start the show.
So you should build attack damage engine. How come there are no sound effects in this game mode when you add an item to a champion? It would be
You
cooler,
don't
no?
get any?
No, the sound effect, when you would buy an item in League, and it would be cool if
Oh,
DFT had it as well.
thought it does. Maybe I'm just deaf.
No, it doesn't.
I didn't realize what round we were on and I just fielded 2 of the same champions. I'm actually stupid. Certified stupid.
Okay, Jimbo.
Right, I think we lose this first round because I'm adopted. But it's fine.
Okay, just say you're scaling.
Yeah, I'm scaling.
You're not supposed to win every round, especially that you can't even control anything on the board. Like, the hell can you do? I guess play step better, but it's like it's
Oh, I see what you mean. There is no sound effects.
Damage from an ability can critically strike. Oh.
Oh, but this would be so nice right now. Okay, I'm just gonna go this. Gonna put out the Maokai again.
After damaging a shielded enemy, wait, what was it? After damaging a shielded enemy, please attack this 25% damage. Well, that's kinda good for champs with AoE, huh? Cajun, do the thing. Do the tangy. Do the thing. Do the thing, Jin. Genie boy. Wow, I cannot believe it.
I think I lose again.
If I place down my items, but I kinda don't wanna waste them. Kinda wanna waste them, so we're just scaling them. I need those Ionians. Someone was always getting them away from me. Bastion, Targon, Noxus, Demacia. Ionia, perfect. Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah. Maybe Maokai is better out there right now. Maybe it's just a cope.
What I built with Ionia? Let me check it on internet.
How's this person got 5 people fielded? I don't see no tactician's crown.
Said something. Says I appeared, huh? Guess I'm gonna do one on my own.
Okay, I won one.
Spatula.
Oh, but this would be good right now.
Let's start the show.
Ah, but why do I have so little? That's really annoying. That Garen would be really useful.
Slayer. What do Slayers do in this game mode?
But they like do bonus damage, no?
Users
They're
gain
like
normal
fast.
events, sales deal bonus damage doubled against the enemy spell. Noxus. Oh, wow, where are those Deadeye? Ash actions. Sure. Oh. So I'm gonna like put this crit on him for now. Oh, abilities can critically strike, but they already do. They already do. Wait, why is Jin back? Gain a copy of each tier 1 champions. Not the most useful. When your units score takedown, they shed all negative effects and become immune to. Oh, that's kind of low. So it's the same thing basically.
Oh, I'm fighting you, no?
I think.
You're fucking clapping me again. What? 2 games in a row. Oh, that's a 3-star Jin. Wow.
Shurima, yeah.
How the fuck did you get so many copies of him?
Somehow I always got like one and one and one and one to the point where I got him. No.
I'm not building more.
Demacia, Challenger, Strategist, huh? I need a dead eye, but I don't find.
Wait,
So.
did I not field someone? I should have fielded Gully. What am I doing? Holy shit, what? Okay.
Shurima, Shurima, Shurima Invoker, Demacia, Shurima Strategist or double Strategist. Then so what is this? Oh, we need another Shurima. Okay.
Man, but getting a 3-star kill is fucking impossible today. What is happening?
We need 3 Shurimas, huh? Shadow Shurima Multicaster. So I have 2 Irelias. Okay, so now we have 3 Shurima, huh? Okay, so every 4 seconds Shurima's heal, maximum health, select Shurima's extended in. So how do you select? Why can't you just do this though? Oh, cause it's already. Oh, my Jin goes hard, huh? Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. I guess if it tanked a little more, huh? I mean, the ashes are not too useless. So we need Deadeye, huh? I mean, he's Shurima as well, so. I mean, Phyllis is a bit better though, just for Deadeye, no? I will see. Harm assist. Gain a random tome of trait and a component and will. Okay. Let's have this. Put action on the board, buy this. Shurima. Darkin Slayer Juggernaut. Can you just buy it as a filler, no? Invoker. Gunner, Challenger. We need one more Shurima, huh?
This guy has a 3-star Swain, what?
Wow. Wow, but those random horn items are kinda strong, huh? Oh, Hell Crusher, Obsidian Cleaver. Let's see how they perform.
How do I always get a fucking...
Oh, but your Kale is big, look.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to go Rise or what.
Oh, that Kale is really strong, actually. Yeah, that Kale looks to be very strong, huh? Look, this is so weird. Like, why does she just not shoot a beam? She just lasers like that.
I'm not sure.
It's weird. Oh, we can ping in this game mode.
Yeah, you're fucking pinging me.
I pinged it. Why can you ping in TFT? Like, how does that even make sense?
No clue. Stop pinging me.
Yeah, why do pings exist in this game when it's solo? Not even the duo mode. Like,
I mean, I guess when someone gets like a 3-star fucking Scion, you just come in and ping them or some shit.
because people weren't really toxic about it, so Red didn't remove it.
Absolutely nothing in the rolls. Nice.
Are my TFT graphics not high enough, or? I mean, don't know if this will do anything, honestly.
Yarvan, what are you doing, bro? No, but like Lux is not broken at all. Lux is not broken at all.
What does she do? Let's just check.
She just shoots that fucking beam, but she's so fucking powerful for some reason with
Why
it.
is she so strong, though?
Like, she's 2-star and her damage rivaled my Kale.
Damn. Their damage is crazy. But why does it show 735 percentage?
Not sure.
Like,
But
isn't
why
it?
are my rolls so shit?
Isn't it 1100 percentage? Because it shows that it's 2-star, but it has the 1-star stats for some reason.
Hmm.
Looks. Look.
2-star Aatrox would be nice. Or Rise.
Let's see, does Aatrox do anything at 2-star? It does nothing, or is it bugged? But it shows it does not get anything. Except stats, I guess. Weird. What does that small crown mean on Poppy and on Kale?
I think it's that they get items.
Mm. Covalent Spark.
Oh fuck, I think I lose here.
I think you win this also. Or do I speak Japanese?
No, actually, you're right, I think.
The Sion
Lapson.
Solo Bolo? Sion released in TFT.
KL damage is disgusting.
I think you're gonna be first place, no?
I think I'd want some sexy rolls, but I'm not getting that many. Sion, not Sion, Aatrox 2-star would be nice. He's the only 1-star in the game, I think.
Glamorous Gauntlet.
Might put him behind here. I don't know what my Rise is doing actually. Never checked what he's doing in this. Create a port. Oh, okay, I know this one. Please don't kill my Lux. Please don't kill my Lux. Why did he just not kill my Lux? Oh, but I'm getting everyone but Aatrox. I only need one more. Come on. He's looking at my stuff. Go away.
Oh, the Rise is kinda strong.
Yeah, Rise is kind of strong.
I think you're gonna win this. Unless... 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 Oh yeah. I think you got him.
I mean, if I can upgrade like anyone, it would be nice.
Unless...
Unless...
You gotta get the looks upgrade. She would be broken when she's maxed.
Yeah, I've just seeing her in the shop. But I've also got a Rise in the shop.
Like,
Not
look...
Aatrox. I want the Aatrox 2-star so fucking bad.
I guess in 3-star looks just broken.
This guy is trying to focus my kill so bad. No? Like he's moved his
Yeah.
whole fucking team to the other side.
Doesn't do anything though.
I don't think so. Just don't think you win into a 3-star kill.
How much damage did Lux deal?
I didn't see.
You have a carnivorous plan there, man.
Well played.
Thanks, you too. Oh, wait, I'm gonna use my legendary one. Super evil sprite. What kind of technicians do I have? The sauna one. Aoshin.
Demacia is so broken if you can get the right rolls. Like I feel like the voices are loud, what a fucking name. Oh god, it's like playing with chaos.
Dark Flight Pranky. Toxic Hauntling. Wait, what happens if I type in YouTube in famous toxic
What?
TFT player? Player. What most Mort, what is the most toxic TFT experience? The most toxic comp I ever seen? I never seen these dudes before. And I don't watch like TFT. Do you consider Red to be toxic?
Everyone has their own like idea of what toxic is. You know what I mean? If you compare Ratarel to streamers like Yamato's Death and like Tarzan,
At least Rat isn't a pedophile. Okay. Which one do we wanna go for?
I'm going Ionia. I think going Piltover is. I don't want to go Piltover. I think no augments is a bit hard.
Gain an artifact during the game. Wait, Orange Forge is good. Let's go for that actually. What the hell?
Do you wanna go with that?
Yeah, let's go for that. It will be us, it will be us, it will be us. Much. See.
It's you again, what the fuck? Riot's favorite. I got Jin. Should I go Ionia this game?
Yeah, I can.
Is Ionia even strong? I'll see what I get for my rolls and whatnot.
Thing
Ionia Zone might be good.
is failure the thing?
Freljord?
Yeah.
Yeah, Freljord's the...
Piltover T-Hex.
I have 5 fucking... What is happening? I got 5 Cassiopeias already. What?
Oh, but I shouldn't buy the Renekton's then. Hey, you can go Shurima then, no?
Yeah, Shurima Noxus probably.
I think I'm gonna go with Piltover.
I wish I got a Renekton.
I have 2 in here, but probably I'll sell them anyways when I get you know, gain a random item component at the start of the next 2 rounds.
Hold on.
I mean, I guess. So what do I wanna go for? Piltover. So what are the Pilties? Vi, Oriana, Echo, Heimer, Chonker. Wait, what do Gunners do, man? What if I go Gunner?
This guy has a 2-star Renekton, no fucking way. Get out of here. What about... I should have probably done it earlier though. Getting like a Invoker team might have been nice.
Maybe I should then place those items down on the units I'm gonna sell so I don't lose this hard. Oh!
Might go Invokers actually.
Gunner. I'm a gunner now. Piltover, Piltover. Noxus Shurima. No Piltover. Shurima Shadow S. Selgaren. Tristana is AD in this game, right? Or?
Sorry?
Tristana is AD in this game mode, right?
I think so. I mean, I think the Gunners are. You can hover over them, like if you click them and check on the side, you can see what items are recommended on them.
How?
Like, if you click it and you see magic, for example, it will say Gunner or Magic Caster,
Oh,
and then it will tell you what items it's,
yeah.
like, you can do on them.
Attack carry, I see, huh? So I think I'm gonna go Piltover Gunner. Yeah. I have a Renekton, probably I'm gonna sell it as soon as I get something in the front. Or Knighton. That fire a blast of energy, current target, marking them for next 20 seconds. The holder increase damage to the that's good.
What's this?
I guess that's not weak. So now we need one more Piltover, huh? Ooh, perfect. Look at my Tristana, Angel. Look at my Tristana.
I will in a second. Ah, that Cassia would be nice. Where are you? I swear, if she's already like 5-star, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm the third one from the top.
Third from top. What the fuck? Nice. I guarantee you, when we fight, you're just gonna clap me like every other time.
Well, I guess you never know. The voices are loud. I'm facing that guy.
That's such a funny name. Cassiopeia, you're getting shredded by a Kalista with a Gainstos. What are you doing? I mean, I guess I got 2 kills. I need one more.
But didn't this
One more
game mode have cooler
Cassiopeia.
animations in the past?
I've never played,
I
so
think it did, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think it did. I think it did have cooler animations.
Riot is cheaping out. Have I skipped so many Gallios already? Am I just cheaping? Oh,
But it's not
buying
Shurima.
Ash would have been smart.
Cassiopeia. It gave me Cassiopeia. I think I'm gonna like wait a bit.
I've got.
She's a gunner as well, so we're gonna switch this off. So we need one more gunner or one more built over. So why? I'm not really getting why for some reason, huh? Jace. So which is better though? And this is down. Oh, that's good. So how do we proceed? Sell this. Deadeye is down. Jarvan probably gonna sell then. This is a attack speed. Jason Dallas on the left and right. Okay. Oh, thought this works with AP, huh? I thought. I thought. Kaisa works with that. Don't failure Deadeye. Piltover's finest. Yeah, what the hell is the even man? And now, who do I wanna put this on? Oriana? The ball is angry. We like sell Renekton for Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. Attack speed. Jinx. Jinx is down, right? Jinx is down. So if we replace like this. This. Bro, why is this T-Rex so useless, man? They just got one-shotted.
What fucking T-Rex, man?
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. They need one more gunner then. Yeah. So Zeri then? Because we're going zone? Oh, I couldn't take the Tristan.
That would be good. Shit.
Koi
And I
got on
guess
the board.
we get some. Oh, that's so fucking annoying.
So white does nothing actually. Wow. I think the issue is I don't have a front line or what. Yeah, might be.
Why does that Sona have a static shield? What?
So we throw for the Zeri. Yeah, and I don't think so. I need wide boy. Oh, we got Zeri, we got Jinx. Wait, maybe eat the items of Jace and put it on this? Makes sense, huh? Gain 2 Tomes of Trades, gain a Zone Emblem, a Guard Breaker, and an Echo. Who's not from Zone? Oh, I'm gonna lose because I'm too slow. I think in here it didn't really matter, did it? I think in here it didn't really. Wait, I'm not dead, it was. I thought I was gonna be dead, what? Okay. I think my front lines are too weak, no? So we need one more zone. But who's the Warwick, man? I don't know what was the last one.
Poison. That would be good to know.
Not good. I mean, I can't really finish the Jace now, can I? But I like not, but we'll see. Rabadon. Blue buff. It's nice. I don't know, just do something like this. G. Need to look for a... I mean, this only serves as a piltover, but it's also zone, so it's not actually...
I think
So
we actually got almost this time.
we have to use the Highmore over the other one. Oh my god. I think we are getting shit. Oh. And Demacia is broken, man. They have all the
Yeah,
tanks and they deal so much damage.
Demacia is disgusting.
It just feels like they have all the tanks and they deal so much damage. Like, what? Maybe I don't know the comps too well, but I think like zone it's fine, no? Like zone cannot be that bad, huh? No, that's Invoker. What?
Oh, actually, I need to build him, no?
I don't know, when I went for like Piltover it felt to be kinda useless. Is it like that bad or I'm just not good at it? Gonna try zone one next game.
Poetic. I don't think I'll have a chance to play him. Who's pinging? Okay, I've got a... Who's pinging? I don't actually know what to take here. Nothing's really that good for me. Maybe I need to swap my Karma's position. I feel like she's getting clapped too often. Yeah, well played me. I'm gonna go for now. Thanks for the games. Bye.
But I guess she left.
Faker is officially set to return to pro play, starting in his first match back today. And if you missed it, Faker had to take a step back from League recently due to sustaining a wrist injury. It was revealed in a Korean article that during the interview after the T1 versus NS match that Faker even told the reporters he couldn't lift his right arm at all due to it being so painful. Due to this, Faker was benched from the T1 roster indefinitely and replaced by Poby. This led to T1 having some not so great matches. In fact, they couldn't even win a series despite their best efforts. Well, some good news finally. Faker's back on the starting roster for now, and T1 also posted this announcement. July's been a tough month following the announcement of Faker taking a temporary break, and though we have secured a spot in the 2023 LCK Summer Playoffs, we hope to bounce back from our current standing. With that said, Poby has returned to the T1 Esports Academy, and we'd like to thank him for all of his efforts. After a thorough discussion with the coaching staff and Faker based on medical prognosis, he made the decision to return to starting with today's match against KDF. We hope that the fans stick with us for the remaining 2023 LCK Summer Split and show support and energy as we prepare for the playoffs. I won't spoil the results of the game he played in case you guys want to go watch it, but personally, I'm super happy to see him back. I know it's been quoted a few times that Faker wishes to play into his 30s at least, so seeing his career end like this would be a little bit disappointing. Thanks for watching, let me know your
I mean, at this point, he can, like, no? He can retire. Yeah, it's like he bad in the 4 years, like, don't know if he still enjoys what he's doing, right? What is this?
Are you struggling with procrastination? Then try this.
In the 1920s, Russian psychologist Bluma Zagarnik had people carry out simple tasks such as stacking up counters or putting toys in a box. Sometimes she stopped the participants before they'd finished. Then everyone had to describe all of the tasks. Zagarnik found that the unfinished tasks really stuck in people's minds. If you find yourself procrastinating, just spend 5 minutes making a start. That tiny amount of effort means that you have an uncompleted task on your mind, and you'll be far more motivated to finish the job.
That sounds cool. Wanna know how to do this? Not great.
But I agree with you. Not
Kazik is not that great.
why?
Because the wave is really big, and
Yeah.
she's level 5, and he's 4, and she has a lot of HP, and he's half HP.
Okay, so those are factors, right? But that's not why, like, you don't gank right now. You want to try and time the gank with something else. What do you think it is?
Maybe with Shyvana.
Okay, so is Katarina going to die of this rumble?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible, right? But it's very, very difficult, yeah? She's going to trade 1-for-1 most likely and give up shutdown and stuff. So it's very unlikely she dives the rumble here, Nick. So when would be the next kind of like stage in this lane where Katarina can actually like hurt the rumble?
When she hits 6.
Okay.
Or when the wave pushes back out.
Good, right? So yeah, your minion wave. Then Katarina has a reason to like potentially damage the rumble, and that's when Rumble's going to move up away from his tower, right? So what you're trying to do, bro, is gank on the timing of the minion wave. So if your minion wave was here right now, I am fine with you going to gank. Like, go round through Tribrush, right? If your minions were right here, there's a reason for Cat to stay up here. You get me? But there's no reason here.
Yeah,
there's no
really
reason for her to... Yeah, there's no reason for her to move up.
Thought about this.
So now you can go here, because there's a wave there, right? I'm more than happy you doing this. But, see?
Yes.
See, Nick, like how you click to the right? Like, you should just know she's going to be there, bro, anyway. Because the wave's right there. Like, why is she going to recall with no TP? She's going to miss the whole wave.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I didn't think about the minions and everything, so it's very smart.
And you should also, like, when you come out of base here, I don't know if you actually do it. Okay, so you ping Shyvana being here. What is that jungler doing, bro? Okay, well, maybe there's even a better move here. So as soon as I see, because I skipped this, as soon as I see Shyvana, Nick, bot side here, what am I thinking about?
Her Gromp.
Yeah, and what else?
Her Wolves.
Very good, right? Because her wolves will be up now. Yeah? Have you like memorized the timings? Have you watched that timings video I've done?
Yes. So 420, then 440, then 5 minutes is on the other side.
So good, bro. Why are you not challenger? Yeah, exactly though, man, yeah? So you
bad, I guess.
you know her wolves are going to be up here, right? So if there's no play top, like let's just think, oh yeah, you know, Katarina's going to base because she's 1 HP and she just killed my rumble. I'm not going to get there in time. You can just go to Shyvana's walls, Gromp, and then back to your Krugs Raptors and all the way back down. You'll be so fed, man. So fed.
I have a question about that. So when I do plays like this, it's relevant, like, if the laners have priority or not, or is it like I can sneak there, you know? Because I feel like sometimes I get...
I'm more than happy you doing this. But I...
In the past I did this type of videos where I'm rating another league coach. In here I will do the same thing now. Just to be clear, if this goes really badly, don't leave negative comments under his YouTube or don't send him any type of negative messages, of course. So that's what I want to point out. I don't want to cause some unnecessary bitch hunting, of course. So let's jump straight up into it. Let's see what can we find.
Not ganking this lane right now. Why? But I agree.
Also in higher quality, because we like higher quality.
Not ganking this lane right now. Why?
So you could gank it really easily. I think that's fair to say. Mid is missing, and I don't have any other information. I don't exactly know where the enemy jungler is. I don't exactly know it. Now mid lane is mid lane, and soon he's walking downwards. But it could be a bluff. He could walk upwards, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's a bluff, he just doesn't have enough time to intercept, right?
Why?
Because the wave is really big.
Plus, like, Scuttle is covered, right? So.
She has a lot of HP, and he's half HP.
Okay, so those are factors, right? But that's not why like you don't gank right now. You want to try and time the gank with something else. What do you think it is?
Maybe with Shivana.
Okay, so is Katarina gonna dive this rumble?
Yeah, it's possible.
Not too likely. Now, she's level 5, right? But I don't really feel like Rumble, I think, already popped a heal potion, and he's quite healthy for a successful dive. Soon his W is coming up. I think he's just too healthy.
Difficult, yeah. She's gonna trade one for one, most likely.
I thought that's my own epic pen, man. I just keep clicking on it, man, because I'm so used to that it's on my screen.
So it's very unlikely she dives the rumble here, Nick. So when would be the next kind of like stage in this lane where Katarina can actually like hurt the rumble?
When she hits 6.
Okay.
Or when the wave pushes back out.
Yeah, around 6 Katarina can look for some form of all-ins, but if Rumble is smart enough to go for exhaust, that never happens, and Katarina doesn't get to have enough agency over the map. Or if, again, like depends how Rumble plays, of course. If he's playing his short trades properly, then he should win every short trade. It's like difficult for Katarina just to randomly, like, let's say in a fair situation where Rumble is 6, right, and Katarina is 6. It's not. She's not. Even if you don't have exhaust, she's not supposed to like just randomly all in rumble.
Good, right? So yeah, your minion wave. Then Katarina has a reason to like potentially damage the rumble, and that's when Rumble's going to move up away from his tower, right? So what you're trying to do, bro, is gank on the timing of the minion wave. So if your minion wave was here right now, I am fine with you going to gank, like go round through Tribrush, right? If your minions were right here, there's a reason for Cat to stay up here. You get me? But there's no reason here.
Yeah,
there's no
really
reason for her to. Yeah, there's no reason for her to move.
It wouldn't be too of a successful gank. What's my reasoning behind that? If right now, if we started walking, right, then the minions are here, right, on his side, and the same minion wave is on the same side of the map, of course. What does that even mean? By the time Kha'Zix walks all the way, the minion wave appears and he jumps away. Kha'Zix won't even get an isolated Q. Maybe even his W will be tanked. So depends how Katarina plays. If Katarina plays aggressively enough, which she already showed off that she does in general, and it doesn't seem like she ever walked downwards to ward, then this would be a reasonable situation to gank to.
So now you can go here because there's a wave
So
there,
let's
right?
see.
I'm more than happy you doing this.
So he's ganking good, right? Especially because champions like Katarina play very aggressively, right? So in general, if Katarina would sit just here, no engage on a rumble, of course, then there isn't too much of a gank potential, right? Unless Rumble steps up really deeply, but because she plays so aggressively, that's what he can play around, right?
See, Nick, like how you click to the right? Like you
So the one important thing to point out that just like observe this player behavior, who plays very aggressively, who plays very consistently, right? It also depends on the champion. Coin flippy champs tend to be played more aggressively, like Katarina.
Gonna be there, bro, anyway. Because the wave's right there. Like, why is she gonna recall with no TP? She's gonna miss the whole wave.
Yeah, and
thing is, like, she wouldn't even recall because, like, how healthy she is, right? Like, she does have HP. Like, why would she recall?
I have to admit, I didn't think about
so she got a all-in on Rumble, right? And if Rumble baits with his body, this gang could likely end up to be a successful gang.
minions and everything, so.
So he got overheated. Katarina backs up a little bit.
And you should also, like, when you come out of base here, I don't know if you actually do it. Okay, so you ping Shyvana being here. What is that jungler doing, bro?
I mean, don't know if it's needed to be pinged because he's on vision, but I guess
there's even a
don't know if it even helps the Veigar, but I guess like it's nice to know. But it's already on the map.
Here. So as soon as I see, because I skipped this, as soon as I see Shyvana Nick bot side here, what am I thinking about?
Her Gromp.
Look at this, guys. Oh, that's so juicy.
Her wolves.
Very good, right? Because her wolves will be up now. Yeah? Have you like memorized the timings? Have you watched that timings video I've done?
Yes. So 420, then 440, then 5 minutes is on the other side.
So good, bro. Why are you not challenger? Yeah, exactly though, man, yeah? So you
bad, I guess.
you know her wolves are going to be up here, right? So if there's no play top, like let's just think, oh yeah, you know, Katarina's going to base because she's 1 HP and she just killed my rumble. I'm not going to get there in time.
There is an argument as well that Shyvana could counter gank, which might be a bit of a bummer because Rumble was really low. Katarina had some HP. But Shyvana players tend to power farm till 6 to reach their power spike. Also, usually Shyvana players are rushing to Drake after their top camps. So it's something you're not too concerned of usually, that you're gonna get counter ganked by Shyvana, but that's one thing that's good to have on your mind.
You can just go to Shyvana's walls, Gromp, and then bash your Krugs Raptors and all the way back down. You'll be so fed, man. So fed.
I have a question about that. So
How do you do that though? Because possibly, like I don't know what happened so far. Shyvana was bot side. I assume she cleared her top side, right? Now they should be up at this point, right? As his Krugs are also up and her camps are also should be coming up. It's a bit risky as Katarina and Yon has a prio and they also have decent amount of early game damage and chase potential. Maybe if she rushes to Drake, but I assume his bot, like Shyvana's bot, can ward the Drake. I don't know why exactly would he actually try to do that.
when I do plays like this, it's relevant, like if the laners have priority or not, or is it like I can sneak there, you know? Because I feel like sometimes I get caught and sometimes I get away with it. And like for example here, Katarina is pushed up and Yone as well. And if Shyvana shows, will I get out in time or not? I don't know.
Okay, well, it's just based on like timing, right? It always is. So we know these camps are up, but the real question here, Nick, is how long do I have until Shyvana's going to be here? This person is all the way over here. We also know that her Raptors are going to spawn soon as well, because she just went like this, right? So her Raptors are going to spawn in the next like 15 seconds. So by the time she's done, whatever she's doing down here, she'll see her Raptors icon come up. She'll probably even stay here, bro. And if you ran out of base straight like this, again, remember we're saying here nothing is happening top. So as you run out of base here and get to walls, you're kiting away from her naturally. And obviously, like when you run through here, these like this pixel brush and over the wall, they're popular warding spots for mid lane. So the Yone might have warded at some point.
That's a bit risky as well. That's correct to say, right? I mean, I don't know if Shyvana would, because the thing is, like, she recalled. When did she recall? Approximately recently she did
So
recall,
I
right?
would be sweeping through here until about here, and then you just know you're probably in the clear. Kite the walls up towards Gromp, save your smite, smite the Gromp, and away you go.
I have another question about that. So for me, it's very like kind of difficult. You know, I have a lot of things in my head. Everything is new, so I'm thinking a lot, and then sometimes I think that adds up to me not doing anything. But for example, if I, you know, I'm happy that I thought about her wolves and groms, and I think I'm really cool. And then I walk there, and there's a ward, and then I get very, you know, disappointed that I have to clear the ward, and now I can't do the play anymore. And then I have to think about something new and everything. I don't know.
That's fine, bro, because like you're clearing the ward and you're still coming back to Krugs and Raptors. It's not like you're losing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so there's no like that's just
It's a bit weird because I don't exactly know if she would, like, maybe one camp he can snatch away, right? Maybe it's a smite fight, but I highly believe earlier on, like, couldn't she have time for that? Not even sure what to tell you guys. I don't know. I don't even know like what happened earlier in here. I'm not sure because I don't know what happened earlier.
like I'm just
Like I seen her both side, right? And she recalled. And it's like approximately around the area where he started to walk out of the base. I don't know, honestly. I actually don't know exactly.
Gromp, and there's a great opportunity for me to. If it's warded, alright, like I'm gonna have to back off because Shyvana is just gonna miss her Raptors then and run straight to walls, right? I'm fine with you staying here if they're gonna troll like this, I'm fine, just sweep down.
That's why I said she could be possibly topside.
Good.
So.
Good.
What do we do here? Oh, yeah. The Yon did not get respected, right? The Yon Rom, which likely gonna have prio into a Pegar. Let's see what happens.
Alright, back the fuck out and FF. You can potentially kill the Shiv though, right? Like on a Gromp?
Yeah,
or take a Gromp if you wanted to?
You ran straight here, yeah, that's true.
So that's reasonable to say. then he gives up some tempo when it comes to taking down the Drake, right? I think that's like fine-ish to say. Um, if she grits, if she doesn't, you may waste a lot of your time. Then you kind of have to pick up that Gromp if it's there. Uh, then I think you kind of lose Drake if she insta rotates for it, right? So ups and downs really. Then she also has access to Kha'Zix's bot side because she won Soraka and Jin does not have the best collapse, right? So it's like depends if the laners can even rotate, because likely Zeri Lulu could possibly get a prio.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at this, man.
for me, if so much is happening, I kind of forgot. So yeah.
Oh, she's recalling, but the funny thing is, you could actually take her Gromp and base. She'd be so
That
tilted.
would be really smart.
She'd be so tilted as well.
Before saying that, it's important to tab to see how much CS does she have. Now, as soon as she arrived kind of quickly on top lane, so it likely means that she did not take it, but it's wise to tap to actually see it.
Run to a Gromp and see it gone, and she'll be like, wait, what?
And the guy in the video itself, the Kha'Zix player, didn't really tap to check the CS, right? Because that would tell, did she take it, did she not take it? Because people have been skipping in this like coaching session, and I don't exactly know what's going on. Like, they didn't really tab either to see she won a CS.
I thought that going
26, so she did not take the room.
to Raptors is not so good, so I went to bot. Oh no, I think I went to Raptors. Okay. Yeah.
Because she started there, so she'll go Gromp balls and back down. If she runs straight at Dragon, like you should actually just check drag here out of base.
Also, just run to Drake and see if she's doing this or.
Yeah, because it's a Shyvana. Same thing. Like any jungler here, bro, you should actually just do it. Lee Sin, J4, all like pretty much every jungler can level 4 Drake unless it's a Shaco, right? So you should just like run straight through to Dragon and just check it. Then you can come back blue Gromp balls, and then after that you can even recheck it if you wanted to.
So
Where's the smite, man?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not easy to smite. It's like saying, where is the smite? Like that. It's not that easy. If he W smites, maybe. Or.
No, this is.
Arguably, he could bench jump in. And Yon is out of position now, right? So he will get first strike money, right? So in here, jumping in is okay. Because we have immediate follow-up. Yon out of position, right? So we get this, we get some first strike money, and we put pressure on her. Which means if we win the trade, then we can get some Qs in, and she won't fight us. She will try to disengage. If we chip her HP down enough, we might be able to possibly invade her at wolves or something. Depends what she has up. He has to tap first to see, right?
You can even jump onto her, right? Because Vega's mid. Just hit her over.
Yep, that's correct to say.
Like, look at your items here, Nick.
I'm pretty strong.
Like Shyvana has a recurve bow, which does provide her some combat power, but she's not that strong right now compared to Kha'Zix. So I think this is like a really easy all-in, no? He just needs to smite the crab, of course.
Yeah, and like she's used her E and stuff like on the crab, right?
Yeah, but all the abilities.
No cooldowns, you have every cooldown. You've got Vega who can move first as well. Like this should just be an instant jump onto her in the crab. You can smite crab while jumping, and in you go.
Yep. That's what I thought as well. And if he gets enough damage on Shyvana's HP, maybe he could even go for a solo invade later. Which may be a bit risky though, because Yon moved down, so might not be worth, but still, I think he could then get free value there.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing here, bro, like if you saw her mid like this, and you were down bot side, you could just do dragon straight away.
So he tried the mid gank, but then she was walking upwards. I did not see that if she did she have blue or did she not. He didn't really move his camera, but it's an important thing to point out. If she did not have blue, likely she will go for blue. Then, and for her top side camps, depending on her CS, of course. Which means that you could try to actually go for Drake if she's looking to clear her top side, then most likely she will Rika, right? Okay.
What's this thing about dragons? So, a lot of time people.
So, Shyvana is one of the win conditions for Shyvana players. Is actually Drake's because of her passive. So also she deals 20% more damage towards Drakes, which means you kinda want to get those, right?
Say that it's like not worth
Outro usually as Kha'Zix, like, not necessarily dragons, but rather heralds are your priority because you're looking to get your Duskblade as fast as possible, you're looking to snowball as hard as you can, so for better taking Drake in this situation, walking all the way downwards may mean that we have to give up Herald, possibly. So
All
that's that.
general stuff, bro. Like the best thing on the minimap here is Dragon, right? That's just factual. And I'm not a fan of like wasting time and stuff. Well, because I mean, I guess you.
Because it's scaling, right? Like this Drake is good though. I don't say it's not like good to snowball because it allows people to have more mobility to roam, get ganks done, but it's like heralds are higher valued. Now I know yet herald is
You
not
could even say her
spawned,
Raptors and
right?
Krugs are more valuable, but I don't think they're up, right?
But watch. So herald is spawning soon, right? And in the moment, if he walks downwards, Drake may be warded, may not be, who knows, right? Herald is generally not too warded.
Well, her Krugs might be up.
Top laners, like borderline, none of them ward the Herald, neither mid laners.
Anyway, what I'm saying here, Nick, is like her bot side is kind of hard to tell like what she's done, right? So the best thing on the map that makes them lose something and makes you gain something is Dragon. That's the best way to play the game. You want to gain while making them lose, because that's something you both want and value. That makes sense? So like first Rift Herald, right, gives you so much gold.
Yes.
So if you can take it, you're denying them at the same time. Yeah? So like Dragon here, what are you giving up? Like nothing. Like Shyvana is never going to invade your top side because you can.
So, if he got right now Drake, right? That would be cool. If it's free, if we can secure it for sure, right? And Herald would not be contested because it's not spawned. That would be one of the options, right? Now, what's the issue with that play? There might be a coin flip smite. Why do I even say it? Exactly now he paused. Veigar is a little bit low. I'm not sure if the guy has TP up or not. If he has TP up, then I would say let's consider it. But Katarina is quite a strong skirmisher, right? Same way as Shyvana has some fighting power, people will group around Drake, note, which means Kha'Zix does not get isolated queues for a possible fight. It's true that they have a Jhin, Soraka, that has some early game power, not insanely a lot, but they also have a Zeri and
Let's
Lulu.
just say you ran bot, right, to Dragon.
And
Like I
at
said.
this point, it's not too difficult for them to get like an even priority on bot lane.
And she should know you're off a base. You were super low in that top fight, so you're going to recall, and you already had a Dirk Longsword, right? Like they all saw you here with Dirk Longsword. So you're clearly going to recall sometime soon after all this, right? And even here, man, you could have ran straight to your Raptors. Like Shyvana does not know this. She might think, oh, he's ran to his Raptors and he's going bot side.
Okay, but at this point, right? So I understand that Drake is good and everything, but how do I come to this conclusion in the game? Like, how does the game right now like tell me that Drake would be smart?
Because you're not losing anything for it. You don't lose Raptors because you could have done this right here. You don't lose Raptors because they know you're quite strong.
Okay.
And you can still come back to your camps, bro.
No, that's fair.
Can you say that?
Yeah, but it's also dependent on the lane states, right? So.
Okay, it's more.
Sneak it or.
Yeah, you can like. There's no real reason, bro, for Katarina to like or anyone to check Dragon here. Okay, so the main reason you do something like that, Nick, or like Rift Herald or anything, is because the enemy jungler is in Narnia, other side of the map.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
So Shyvana is gonna run, bro, to her Gromp, right? Like we said. If she runs straight to Dragon, we just run off it. Like, it's not like we lose anything. She's running here, I'm running here. All right, I'm just going to go blue Gromp Balls and come back, maybe. Check it. See if she's strong.
So even if it's a really strong jungler, I would still do this.
Because they're top, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, like, how strong they are or how much damage they do. It's just the fact that they are probably going to run topside. And if they do come over here, you can always just back out.
Yeah, that's really smart. I think I never think about Dragon. I always think about Rift.
Yeah, the worst thing, man, is, like, when you watch high elo players, and I understand them because... Well, yeah, I just, like, kind of do, but they don't explain it, right? So I've heard, like, Rengar players, right? And I've heard some high elo Rengars, like, challenger ones, really good ones, say, oh, yeah, if Dragon is free, just take it. But they don't explain what free is. So then everyone thinks, oh yeah, look, there's a free dragon, let's just do it, or dragon's up, let's go to it and do it. They don't understand like the conditions. Where's the enemy jungler at? How strong am I? So even if they do contest, I don't really care. And do I have lane prior? Lane prior is really like the icing on the cake. That makes it easier, yeah?
I understand, yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, enemy jungler, bro, like where you think they're gonna be dictates like just what you do. So that's why you have to camp track them out. Because you should know that Shyvana just ran all the way from bot to top, what a genius. But I don't think she's done any camps. Like, how does she do that quickly? I don't think she's touched a camp, which is what I was saying. You could always like just go in and take her gromp if you wanted to. Or I would have ran like this, Nick, if you didn't see her hair recalling. Ran like this. Get a vision of her.
Yeah, I think I'm
I think sometimes Sirendari can be rather repetitive in some case scenarios. Instead of just, of course, it's important to listen to the client itself. I don't say it's not. Um, my issue is that often, like, it's not the best at closing an argument, right? Either quickly enough or just to not repeat the same thing over and over. Now, sometimes it has to be repeated, it's true, in case the client doesn't understand this, or perhaps try to explain it in a different way, but we are kind of stuck on the same thing, on the same page. When do we get Drake? When do we get Drake? Do we invade? Do we not invade? Do we da da da?
just not at the level yet where I think about things like that, you know? So when I see her there, it's just like, oh, you know, Shyvana is there, but I'm not thinking about, oh, that was really quick, you know, she didn't clear her top side, let's go bot. So now, when you explain it and everything, it makes sense, but in-game, I'm just not thinking like that.
Ready? There's a timeline, bro. Are you ready?
Damn, okay.
This is how, like, challengers think, yeah? There is a present, and 99% of players are in the present. There is a history. There is a past. I know what she's done. I know what she's doing.
So I think he's trying
and
to
I know what she's gonna
explain
do.
him, right?
Yeah.
But when you see Shiv, you just think, oh, Shiv's here.
I think might be like a smart thing to draw, because I guess it's easier for some clients to understand like what's going on, right?
There's a small dragon who's gonna turn into a dragon at level 6. I think, what the fuck? She's gone, like, she's come straight to top? That means I don't think she's done any of these 3 camps, which we know we're up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking, wow, can I exploit this anyway? Well, what's she gonna do in the future then? She's one.
Like, so far, my only issue is it's a little repetitive, you know. Like, I know the clients has some misunderstandings, but it's quite repetitive. I ain't gonna lie. Because we are kind of stuck at the same thing. I think in one place should be explained as a whole to the Kha'Zix player itself, of why and what, right? Like, if someone has so many questions, I think we need to completely pause it then, and then explain all of the consequences, perhaps, because some people really want to know everything, right?
1 HP. So maybe she's gonna be greedy and do this. I'm gonna come around and kill her. I see her recalling. Wait, what? That means her Gromp's still up, though. I can just take her Gromp and base and get a longsword. I take her level 4 Gromp, and I can just run straight to Dragon, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
And then, like, when I'm basing, Shyvana is probably going to run here because she is going to go like this. And I'm pretty sure her Krugs are gone as well, right? So add a...
The only issue might be with that, if the enemy bot lane warded, and time to time the Lulu did disappear from the bot side of the map, which could mean that they possibly warded it, not 100% though. From my own opinion, if he actually communicated it off with the Kha'Zix player, where in the moment when Soraka brought that control ward to actually directly ward the Drake itself, that would be actually insane. So then we actually see if someone is doing it, someone is not doing it, or we see if it's warded or not, which is quite important to have, because this disallows in if he wards, right, it disallows like them taking it down in some random way, or either we just have like vision over it, right? We have a control ward over it, so we know for sure it's not warded, which means that we can really easily go for it. So one thing that he could then tell him is just like, when he sees Soraka buying a control ward, he could then tell the Soraka to just like ward the Drake instead of this bush, because this bush can be warded really easily with a simple ward as well, but it's not really a big deal.
She's just going to path like she did in the past. History repeats itself, Nick, you know that.
Okay, so and if she started bot
World
side,
War
then
3,
she
man.
would probably...
Because even if Shyvana goes bot lane, here's the thing that some bot laners don't understand. Shyvana generally does not ever want to gank this, so even if this is not warded, they never... Shyvana never ganks this lane into this lane. What Shyvana wants to get is resource. So I think what Excitely could Ben tell him better is just communicate. It's about communication with Soraka. Soraka or Jin, whoever brought that ward, probably Soraka, to actually place the ward on the resource Shyvana will get instead of trying to force a gank on bot lane, because it's like insanely difficult for Shyvana to gank before 6 into such a bot lane. Especially because they most likely also have sums, because these two bot laners can't force out summoner spells out of these two champions early on. Now, truth be told, I don't exactly know that, but normally they shouldn't force out anything in this lane.
If she started bot side, then she's always passing from bot to top, probably, right?
Yeah,
So
most
then if
likely.
she's bot
Most
side,
likely.
I don't check Drake, or do I do still?
Yeah, I think Dragon is presumptuous if she started bot. You know, like if you know right for a fact her Krugs and Raptors are up, and if her red buff's about to...
Because we are all the time talking about Drakes, but we are not talking about warding the Drake, right? That's what I found to be a little funny, right? Communicating perhaps with the mid laner or with the support. So
spawn and she started that. Like it might be this time now, right? And her blue buff, you see how the symbol's on it. If we move that to her red buff, and we know her Krugs and Raptors are up, it's a little fucking presumptuous doing it. Therefore, you need to rely more on, at that point, you being either a lot stronger or your lanes being stronger. That's when you would start a Drake if she's on the
okay, so that's fair to say, right? Stronger laners having priority, right?
same side. Like even if you check this, we hard win 4v4 or 3v3 at retail. No worries, let's go, let's fight. But if she's not here, you don't have to really worry about anything, man. And if her laners come check, alright, they kind of cucked me, but I'm still coming back to blue Grand Pools.
And it's all good.
Yeah, and they might miss minions for it, right? So now, we mentioned a couple of things here as well. Shyvana is farming bot.
Did they take Drake?
And there's stuff happening top. So tell me about Shiv first, because you should like tick off the enemy jungler first.
Okay, so because she's bot, she's gonna need some time to reach top because her Gromp is up and everything. So she should be going to top side. But she's bot, so potentially, if nothing would happen top, I could take her Wolves and Gromp, maybe.
Very good. I think Gromp, though, is really the only thing here.
Okay.
You can take, because she's either going to like do Raptors when they respawn, or she's just going straight to like Wolves Gromp.
Yep.
So you've only got time for really one camp, so it'd be Gromp, because it's just worth more experience, and it's closer to...
Okay, that's fair to say. But as Kha'Zix, you would generally look more so to possibly get a top gank off in this situation. But it could be a secondary priority for you, of course.
Pure safety.
Yeah.
Makes sense? And then you can still gank top it. So then tell me about this gank top, Nick. Like, when should you actually time it?
It depends on the opportunity, of course. Like, if you don't have the opportunity, of course, then don't gank top. Probably try to go for a Grom. But it's still something I'm very questionable about. Because Shyvana presses W, starts walking, in case she recalled, right? And maybe, I'm like, maybe Kha'Zix could possibly snatch away a Grom, right? But 144.5, right? But this is what I'm not 100% sure in. So
there, right?
soon Shyvana will be revealed on both sides, right? Somewhere here Shyvana will be revealed both sides. Somewhere here, I think, at the beginning. Shyvana, where are you? So soon. Is that Shyvana? I don't see it correctly. That looks like it's the tower. I think soon she will be revealed both sides, but I don't know. Let's see. Soon she will be both sides, but I don't know when exactly. But there was like a moment he paused and we saw that Shyvana was both sides. I just don't exactly know where. Let me see if I can tell you. Okay, 427. Now she finished her clear, right? And could he steal the Gromp? Steal the Wolves? I would say maybe. Maybe. Why do I say that? So, 8 seconds, right? Shyvana could recall soon, very soon, either on vision or off vision. She's still taking the wave though. I'll assume she just picks up the wave for some reason instead of recalling. Or maybe setting up a freeze. I don't exactly... Is it a freeze? I don't exactly see that map with my eyes. So possibly it could be a freeze. And she walked upwards, which could really likely mean that she's walking like this. If she wanted to go for a faster recall, she would walk like this. So apparently from her body language by walking like this, way more likely it means like that she's gonna go for raptors, because the shorter way to recall of vision would be like this, right? So just from that body language, it tells me that she did actually go for raptors, I assume. But we'll see.
Very good. I think Gromp though is really the only thing here.
Okay.
You can take, because she's either going to like do raptors when they respawn, or she's just going straight to like walls Gromp.
But from this body language, right? Like we see she's walking upwards.
So you've only
right?
got time.
My issue is like he's not moving his camera, so I can't exactly see where the Shyvana is patting towards. If she's patting towards the Krug area, she's looking for a fast recall. If she's walking upwards, then most likely she's walking towards Raptors, my bad.
Time for really one cam, so it'd be Gromp, because it's just worth more experience, and it's closer to your safety.
Yeah.
Makes sense? And then you can still gank top it. So then tell me about this gank top, Nick. Like, when should you actually time it?
Yep, she walked upwards. So it's very likely that she actually does it just from the body language itself, unless this guy is a bluff mastermind, I assume.
I should time it with my minion wave, because that's when Katarina is going to attack. You know? So right now she won't dive, she won't fight, but it's okay. I can just do Crux and then wait for the next minion wave, and then gank on that.
Very good. So is clicking to the right here good, or?
Nah, that's not good. Because I didn't think about it.
Is it inherently bad though? Because one of the possibilities could be going top. Yeah. One of them could be going for his camps.
Yeah,
not inherently
like,
wrong.
maybe even rumble pings or something weird.
It's very obvious that she's going to.
Because can he even pick up the kill?
What about?
I give her an escape here, so that's not good.
You're a quick learner, bro. I can tell, Nick. You've got the power.
So, does he spot the mistake? Let's see.
Thanks, bro.
No, I'm serious. Like,
does he spot the mistake?
People don't how do I put it? I mean, I think it's just because you understand it. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
like you recognize
I
patterns.
try to understand, yeah. Yeah, and here I should think about that, because earlier I thought, oh.
I think he did not notice the mistake. Mechanical mistake, actually. So let's look at the mistake itself.
Quick learner, bro. Yeah,
I'm gonna also slow it down so it's easier for everybody to understand, of course.
It's very obvious that she's going to fight.
I slowed it down, right?
Yeah.
So, we don't 100% know where Katarina is in the bush, right? But most likely he's looking to E on the Kazakhs and find an escape, which means most likely she is here. Now, let me ask you guys, what would actually happen if Kazakhs, right, W'd the bush? Would he be able to swing in an extra basic attack there and finish off the Katarina or not? He could also arguably do... watch this. I'm gonna play it.
What about...
Oh damn, the sound effect is weird. Okay, so watch. He's clicking in a weird way as well, in here instead of in here. So he could then instantly click on Katarina, of course, which could possibly again allow him to swing in an extra basic. So Katarina already jumps, and my issue is he's spacing in the bad direction instead of clicking in here, which means his basic attack would go off slightly faster than usually, right? And also, it would mean that you actually get your first strike as well. But ideally, I would try to initiate with a W, or click behind yourself, which is again totally fine, right? But he was a little slow. He was even walking away from Katarina. So it's really about his micro spacing where he's walking towards, because obviously Katarina will jump behind him, not in front of him, just because she's looking to escape towards the tower, right? So the micro mistake itself was that he was walking in the wrong direction. He didn't basic attack in time. He could possibly W the bush, but it's not a big deal if he doesn't initiate with that. I assume if he clicks in time, then he also did not Q in time. He could then also buffer his, he could then smash his Q on the ground, right? By the time Katerina arrives, of course. And in here, could he then swing in an extra basic attack? He got exhausted. Now, would that be lethal? I don't see her armor. 65 HP though. Very likely it wouldn't be lethal, but I'm not 100% sure. She had 63 HP, she had some armor and an exhaust on Kha'Zix. I would say that probably wouldn't be lethal damage, but if he didn't miss one basic attack at the beginning, just a slight micro mistake there, right? He could ban also insta-Q Katarina, of course, when she arrives, but that's fine. Then what would happen is that he swings in a basic attack. So either A, his pace is a bit better when Katarina jumps in, doesn't walks in the wrong direction. So he gets a very easy all-in on Katarina. B, he W's in, which again like means that he could really easily possibly swing in an extra basic attack. And C, he could then insta-Q the Katarina as soon as she jumps, but again like basic attacking is generally better, but you gotta be very fast about it. He was slightly slower. So it was like he could then actually like squeeze in an extra basic attack. From my own opinion though.
Thought, oh, she's bot, so her top side is up, and now she's really quickly here, so she obviously didn't clear her camps.
Good.
So that helps me to understand that either I can go to her Gromp because she's really low here, or Drake because she's top side, because she has to clear from top to bot because her bot camps are not up yet, and that means that I can potentially do Drake.
Excellent, bro. Very, very good indeed, yeah? Excellent.
So he did put something in his head.
Raptors here is maybe a little bit inaccurate. Because
that's not good.
Why is it difficult for her to ever check them, Nick? Like, why is it risky for her to check your Raptors ever?
Because she knows that I'm really strong and she doesn't really know, I guess, where I go.
Okay, so she should know you've done Krugs, right? Into like a gank top based on your CS, yeah? Because you killed the Zeri and you ran out of base and only did one camp. So Krugs. She should also like maybe think, well, this Kha'Zix, I didn't see the Kha'Zix, remember? After you fought top, you were in fog the entire time because Tri-Brush and the River Brush weren't warded. So you could have just ran to Raptors there and then recalled.
Yeah.
See?
So it's just a huge waste of time for her, and it's a lot easier to just
delaying your 6 sucks on Kha'Zix, right?
That's it, man. That's it, precisely.
For 17 minutes we've been squeezing the same play. Again, definitely some people do require more explanation. I don't say so. But I assume the client didn't also have the best way of understanding of what he's saying, so he again like had to over and over explain it, which you know, like I actually don't know what to say, but for 17 minutes I think we've been listening for legit the same thing. But I assume the client needed a lot of explanation of what to do, what not to do, what to do, what not to do. But from my own opinion, this whole thing could be summarized in a shorter way than 17 minutes, from my personal opinion, instead of like squeezing as much time in possible by talking about the same subject.
And I'm not a fan.
So is it what?
We said.
Coach EGZ, climb tiers, EGZ.gg, Patreon, 500 plus coaching sessions, right? Discord, don't necessarily have to click on that, right? So apparently he is a Challenger League coach, of course. Patreon subs, 15. Oh, what's that even? So access to all of the coaching session, exclusive coaching videos, Discord access. Is it what? Not all that much, because if I Google Veigar V2 Patreon, right, we can see it with our eyes that there are simply just better offers. Veigar Lover. So not only to 350 coaching sessions you'll have access to, right? But you'll have access to over 1,000. While it also costs only $10 a month, right? Instead of 30. Now, what is this owl? I don't know. It's written dollars. I gonna believe it's dollars. I don't know what this is owl mean. Why isn't it dollars or euros? Everybody understand it. Owl in euro. Or is it out? Why is that, man? In, I don't know, man. USA dollars, whatever. how much is 29.9920 Australian dollar cents is? It's like $10 less, but it's still more expensive than, as an example, Veigar V2's Patreon. Then again, the other issue is that I go to his website and we see his general coaching costs 100 USD, 349 for 5 hours, 629 for so it's USD. I assume it's USD on his side, and it's not AUD anymore, or AU. Which really keeps asking me questions of is it worth, because WOD reviews, live game coaching for returning students. So if you're someone that wants to jump into a live coaching directly, you can only use it if you already brought. So live coaching is not instantly available, which again is just accessibility, right? Like you got to be fine as well with WOTS. It's not really a big deal. It's 100 USD. Is it worth? No. Truth to be told, it's not that worth. It might just be for the brand. It's 100 USD, or because he's popular on YouTube, on Twitch, what have you. Why do I say it's not worth? Most of the things that Ben pointed out in here, right?
Like go round through trial.
Many challenger or even under challenger level coaches could actually tell you that generally costs way less than $100, $20, you name it, right? Because all of these things that Ben said, I heard from lower ranked coaches. Now, of course, in coaching, rank doesn't really matter that much, but you know, it's nice to have, like, because that's what like makes client credibility, of course, for some people. Now, from other than that, it's like price wise, it's not worth for its value, from my own opinion, but it's something that's valid to buy if you want to meet the person, or like you get value out of it. It's valid to buy, but it's not worth the value, if that does make sense. Like you're gonna get quality league coaching, but you can get it from many other places. So then it's just weird, right? Because at this point it's not that worth, unless you wanna be specifically coached by him because you really like the way he's teaching, of course. But from my own opinion, it's not that big of a deal. No hate, of course. At this point, it's not that worth, unless you want to be specifically coached by him because you really like the way he's teaching, of course. But from my own opinion, it's not